So today we're going to be solving the week 9 math AMS quiz. It's really easy this week, and yeah, let's get started. So first question, it's giving us these different three functions, and now they're asking us questions. So first one is f row f of 10. So it means every time you see the letter x, replace it with 10, and we need to replace f in f. What that means is you replace this function every time you see the letter x in f. So 2, instead of putting x, you put the entire thing. 2x plus 1 plus 1. And now we need to solve, we replace x. So it's, when you replace x here, this is going to become 20, right? So let's solve for this. So 2 times into 21 plus 1. So 2 times 21 is 42, plus 1 is 43. That's how you solve part A. Now, on to part B. It's telling us that you have g 3x of 1. So that means when you... I'm going to change the color because, yeah. When you have an x, replace this with the x and g. So this, we need to put it like this. So 3x, that's not an x, 3x plus 1 squared plus 3. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah. 3x plus 1, plus 3. Now we need to solve, which means now we need to replace this. This looks like a plus b squared, which we know is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So now we need to make it in this form. So a squared is 9x squared plus 2 into 3 into 1. Wait, sorry, this is 3x into 1 plus 1 squared, which is 1. I'm not gonna waste time. So this is 6x plus 9x squared plus 1, and we can't forget this 3 plus 3. So 9x squared plus 6x plus 4. And now this is your answer, as you could see. Now this one, it's telling us f negative 1 just means when you have a number, you make this equal to 57. So just 2x plus 1 equals 57. You're gonna move the 1 to the side. 2x equals 56. X equals 28. And that's it for this one. Now let's move on to the next one. Oops. F of x equals 17. So they're telling you, put your function and make it equal to 17, which means 2x plus 1 equals 17. That's it. Move this to the side. Minus 1. So you're going to be left with 2x equals 16, which is easy, and we can do it quickly as x equals 8. Now let's go to here, to 3 significant figures, h 0.8. Let's first write h. H is 3 to the power of x. So they want us to do 3. So if h is 3 to the power of x, and they're telling you your x is 0.8, they want 3 to the power of 0.8. This, don't even try. Just straight go to your calculator and put it into your calculator, because calculators are allowed in the AMS. When you put it in your calculator, you're gonna get an answer that's 2.40822 whatever. They want 3 significant figures. So you're gonna take the first 3 numbers, and this is bigger than 5, so you're gonna round this one up. It's gonna become 1. So equals 2.41. Now h of x1 is equal to 2187. This question, so far I don't know an easier way to solve it. It's not that hard, but it's a bit long. If I find an easier way, I'll make a separate video explaining. And by the way, guys, me and Tariq are both going to be posting the same videos every week, because some people like his way of explanation better, some people like mine. Whoever wants to watch either one, it's fine. we're both going to be explaining the same quizzes twice. In case you didn't understand one of us, maybe you could go to the other one. But anyways, so h of x, we said it's equal to 3 power x. Now we know 3 power to x equals 2187. Now we need to find x. So how we do this is now there's two ways we could do it. One is on your calculator, and the second is if you want to do it by hand. I'm going to show you both. Method 1 is the easy method, let's say, the one you could do on your calculator. So we have this button on our calculator that says ln, ln. It's most likely going to be in your second row, last button, most likely. So this function lets you find out what's the powers. So ln of 3 to the power of x is going to equal to ln of 2187. And you know now you could rewrite it as x ln 3 equals ln 2187. I'm going to erase this for now because we know the function. And now we could rewrite it as x equals ln, because you want to cancel it from this side and this side. So ln 2187 over ln 3. When you put this in your calculator, it's going to give you that x equals 7. This is your first really easy way. This is a shorter way. This is how you find it in the first way. Now, the second way is, if in case you didn't understand this way, or you can't find the button, or your calculator doesn't have it, even though it should if it's a scientific calculator, is we go back to old-fashioned factoring. So way 2 is 2187, and you keep dividing it by 3 until you reach all of them to be, what's it called? How do you say it? Like just base 3. So first of all, we could divide it by 3, you're going to get 729. Do it on your calculator, of course. 729 divided by 3, you're going to get 243. This divide by 3 is going to give you 81. And this I'm going to erase it a bit and write it here. So 3 power x equals 2187. And now 81 is 9 and 9. Here you can make it 3, 3, 3, 3. And now we're done. We reached the bottom numbers. You can't divide these anymore. So you need to circle every time you have the number 3 here and count. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 threes. So this 2187 could be rewritten as 3 to the power of 7. And this is equal to 3 to the power of... So 3 to the power of x equals 3 to the power of 7. So x equals 7. These are your two ways you could solve it. Both ways are going to give you the same answer. You pick whatever is easier to you. And that's it for this question. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this question is telling us what's the value of tan theta if cosine theta is this and sine theta is this. Now we need to really memorize our tangent, secant, and cosecant rules. Tangent, memorize it, is equal to sine over cosine. So now you use this rule when you see a question like this. So sine 8 over 17 over 15 over 17. 8 over 17 over 15 over 17. Now what you could do is 8 over 17 times 17 over 15. But there's what I prefer to do is there's this other rule in math. Oops, sorry, I erased it. So it's just tan sine over cosine, and 15 over 17. Wait, yeah. 8 over 17 over 15 over 17. There's this rule in math that, oh my gosh, I keep erasing it. Sorry, I barely use my tablet ever to make these videos. So tan equals sine over cosine, and it's 8 over 17, 15 over 17. This time I won't erase it. There's this rule in math that tells us we could do this. Is if you have a fraction that looks like this and you have the same denominator both times, cross them out and just keep whatever left. So 8 and 15. 8 over 15. And that is your answer. That's just it. Memorize this rule and you'll be set for the exam when they ask you for tan. Now, next question. Cosecant. When you see cosecant, don't think it's cosine. Cosecant is 1 over the sine. Not cosine, it's cosecant, it's 1 over sine. Memorize it like this, don't mix it up, please. What this means is just the reciprocal of sine. So whatever is in sine, flip it. That's all it means. So when you see 1 over sine, it just means the reciprocal or the flipped version of sine. So it's 17 over 8, as you could see. Next question. Now here, when you see secant, it's 1. So secant equals 1 over cosine. Memorize these rules. I'm going to write them at the last question for you all guys. So let's solve now. With just the 1 over cosine just means the reciprocal of cosine. So 17 over 15. So that's just it for these types of questions. They're really easy. Now, what's the value of cotangent? Cotangent is, I think you could guess it, 1 over tangent. And we know that our tangent is 8 over 17 over 15 over 17. Knowing that we could erase this with this, our tangent is 8 over 15. We already said that in the first question. Our cotangent is 1 over this, so it's equal to 15 over 8. And that's your answer. That's it for this question. These, just memorize the rules and they're really easy. Okay, so now we have radians. We know that there's a rule for radians. You could solve it in one of 2 ways, but I'd prefer the first way because it's way easier than the second. It takes literal seconds to do it, and you barely need a calculator for it. So we need to memorize this one conversion factor. When you want to move from radians to degrees, you need to do radians times 180 over pi. That's it. Now when you want to move from degrees to radians, it's degrees, I'm just going to write a degree, times pi over 180. But we're going to forget this rule for now because we're going to come on to a question later on that's using this one. Let's focus on this rule. It's so 2 pi radians. You just do multiply it by 180 over pi. Pi will cancel with pi and you'll be left 2 times 180. So, and forget the signs. So 2 times 180 is 360, and this is how you get your answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Again, now what we have to do is use the same rule again. So 5 over 6 pi, you multiply it by 180 over pi to move it from radians to degrees. Pi is going to cancel out with pi. Now you could simplify the 180 and the 6. So 6 is going to become 1. 180 is going to become 30. This is when you simplify. And I don't know why my screen is doing adaptive. I'm going to turn it off later. So 5 times 30 is 150. And that's it. This is how you get your answer. These types of questions are really easy, and it would feel like really bad to get them wrong in an exam, especially when you're not really doing anything. So far, we didn't even touch our calculators. Oh yeah, by the way, the second one I told you it's hard and I'd rather you not use it, is 1 radian is approximately 57.3 degrees. You could use this. Wait, let me go back to the question and show you how to use it. Okay. So what you could do is 5 over 6 pi times, wait, let me just try it. 5 over 6 pi times 57.3. Okay, so you could do times 57. It's preferably like do 57 because it's gonna give you a more 57.3, like give it because it's more accurate. Then it's gonna equal to, what's it called, 150 point something, and you just take it like this. This you could do it, but like the thing I did 2 seconds ago is way easier and way more accurate. This might give you a wrong answer in the exam or a not accurate answer. So do that way, it's better, but in case you prefer this way, I don't mind, be my guest. Now, okay, now we have degrees to radians. We said degree to radian is pi over 180. So it's degrees times pi over 180. So let's do it. 40 times pi over 180. So what you do is you just simplify. 0 can go with 0. And now this divided by 2 is 2. And this divided by 2 is 9. And there gave you question mark over 9 pi. You're left with 2 over 9 pi. The question mark is in place of the 2. So your answer is 2. And that's it for this question. Now let's go on next question. 2 over 3 pi radians to degrees. Again, radians to degrees. So 2 over 3 pi radians to degrees is 180 over pi. 180 over pi. Pi will cancel out with pi. 3 is going to cancel out with 180 to give you 60. 60 times 2 is 120. Like I said, these questions are really easy. Okay, so what's the value of m, which is if cotangent of 27 equals tangent of m? There's this rule in math that tells us that cotangent, or that, wait, let me just make sure I don't write the rule wrong. Okay, so it's cotangent of theta. Theta is any angle, by the way, equals tangent of 90 minus theta. So how you use this rule is cotangent 27 equals tangent 90 minus 27. 90 minus 27 is 63, and they want tangent of m. And what is m? M is, so tangent of 63 you're gonna get here equals to cotangent 27. So your answer, the m is in the place of the 63, so that is your answer. Now, what's the value of cosine of theta? Now, our cosine rule is cosine equals, in triangles, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So let's see, if this is our theta angle, this is adjacent to it. This would be opposite to it, by the way, if you didn't know. So this is adjacent to it, and this, the longest, or the opposite to your right triangle, is your hypotenuse. So 40 over 41. And that's it for this question. And let's move on to the next question. This entire lesson is just knowing your angles and rules. Again, for this question, you know that cosine of any angle is equal to sine 90 minus theta angle, because cosine and sine continue each other. So, yeah, the dimming screen thing, can I take it off for a minute? Let me check. Yeah, I turned it off because it's really annoying. Anyways, so now, and then, oh yeah, so sine also is sine theta equals cosine 90 minus theta. So now using these two rules, let's solve. Cosine of 26 is sine 90 minus 26, which you get 64, and that's your part, this one. Now sine 49 is equal to cosine 90 minus 49, which is gonna be 41, and that's your answer. So that's how you solve these questions. And let's move on to the next one. We're almost done. Wait, I skipped the question, I think. Yeah, this one. So now they're giving us that they have an ABC that's a right triangle. So let's draw it. If you want to know where to put the letters, AC must be the biggest one. So this has to be A and this has to be C, and because it's the longest one, which is your hypotenuse, and now B is the only angle left, so that's how you draw your triangle. So B is your right angle. So ABC is right, and AB is 11, BC is 60, and AC is 61. Now we're gonna keep this triangle. So as a fraction in lowest term, what's the value of cosine of A? We know that cosine, again, is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent to A is 11. This angle is touching A. So it's 11 over hypotenuse is your longest angle, your longest side, which is 61. So it's 11 over 61, as you could see. Now let's move on to the next question, which is drawing the exact same triangle. This time they want sine A. So A, B, C, 61, 11, 60. So sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 60, hypotenuse is 61. So 60 over 61. By the way, if we had anything simplifying, don't forget to simplify. It can really change your mark a lot if you forget to simplify, because all these questions are fractions. So please don't forget to simplify. So this is 60 over 61. I think now, yeah. Now again, they want tan A. So same triangle. Again, A, B, C, 11, 60, 61. So tan is equal to opposite over adjacent. So now what we do is just take opposite to A, which is 60, over what's adjacent to A, which is 11. So 60 over 11. That's it for this question. It's really easy. And now, okay, this question is from IGCSE Math. It's really easy if you think about it. So we just need to know one tiny rule that we need for this question, and it tells us that frequency density, which is this, so frequency density is equal to your frequency over your width. The width is this, by the way. So now here in this question, they're asking us for our frequency. So we can rewrite this as frequency equals frequency density times width. Now using this rule, let's solve. I'm gonna remove my annotations and start solving. So what's our width? Our width here is from 0 to 4. So it's 4 hours for this one. It's 4 hours times our frequency density, which is this. So 4 times 2 gives you 8. Now for the second block, our width is 2 and our frequency density is 6. So 2 times 6, 12. For the third block, again, our width is 2, but our frequency density is 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. Third block, our width is 1. By the way, how do you know the width? Is 6 minus 5, 8 minus 6, 9 minus 8, 10 minus 9. So 1 times 4, 4, and 1 times 2 is 2. Just memorize this rule and implement it on any histogram you have in your exam, and you should get it right. And yeah, that's it for the week 9 math quiz. We solved all the questions, but now I'm gonna write down all our rules for the angles. So let's start off with sine, cosine, and tangent. These are our basic ones. Sine is equal to adjacent, it's opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse in a triangles, by the way. And tangent is equal to, in a triangle, it's equal to opposite over adjacent. In a question that's not a triangle, it's equal to sine over cosine. Now we have cotangent is equal to, in a triangle, adjacent over opposite. And in a question that's not a triangle, it's either equal to cosine over sine, or you could see it sometimes written as 1 over tan. So if you have, these are your three ways where you can have cotangent. Now you can have cosecant is 1. Cosecant is just hypotenuse over opposite, which is also the same as 1 over sine. And now, and now we could do it also. You have secant is equal to, can I move this? Yeah. So it's equal to hypotenuse over adjacent, or 1 over cosine. And I think that's all the rules we use. Let me just check my copybook really quick if we have any more. Nope, we do not have any more. That's it. And yeah, that's it for this week's quiz. Bye. Just if you want, screenshot this and memorize it. Bye.